everyone to our virtual meeting of the of February virtual meeting. We are so happy that you're here. Hopefully, the snow didn't slow anybody down or have any issues today, since Dave looks like he's sitting on the beach. I'm not sure if that's really true. It looks like he's got 7/4 some other day on that timestamp, because I think he's up there in his little abode. but but welcome everyone, and I'm Nancy Goins. I'm the executive director of the Forest Park Chamber of Commerce, and we are so happy to have the opportunity to be even virtual with you right now. We are really hoping for some future meetings to be in person still this year. We'll see how that goes, but we are trying to plan and get some information out to everyone. And so stay tuned for what we can present to all of you, and join us for anything. If you have any questions or anything, please feel free to reach out to me. And if you've got an idea that you want to present something, we'd be happy to throw that out there too. So we do have a meeting scheduled for next month, and we've got HCDC that's going to present to us about, we're trying to work on a little bit with them on what is pertinent for right now with PPP loans and the new round, and whether or not that's the best thing, if we still want to talk about forgiveness or any other incentives that they have out there. So the topic isn't all the way set yet and how we're going to do speakers, but I've been in contact with a couple of them to see how we can best serve, get good timely information to come out. And I know we've also been in contact with the tax department in Forest Park, and to try and see, and Mike Long, I see that you're on here. We might even tap into you if you can help us with some of that on how businesses are going to cope with the cities and different tax implications for everything that's been going on since the pandemic. If people are working from home, and how that's all going to affect taxes, and hopefully, and the cities and villages and places where we live and work, and working through some of that. We've also got some HR issues that we are going to be talking with Mercy. They've offered to talk to us about some parts of the vaccine, as well as talking about some HR issues that they see with companies requiring vaccines, and how you can manage some of those issues. So our board member who is with Mercy is on paternity leave, so they had a baby, and so we haven't heard much from him, except for we'll get something together when I come back in February. So stay tuned for that too. But membership is going strong in the chamber. We still have a lot of loyal members, and we thank you for all of that. We are in renewal time. We did a new system this year with invoices that came out as emails. So if you did not get an invoice, please let me know. Or if you have any questions about the invoices that came to you, let me know. I will follow up if I don't hear from you, either with renewals or what's going on with the memberships. But that's how we send out everything. We didn't do any postal mails this year, but hopefully everybody got through with those. And I am going to be quiet now and let our guest speaker talk. We are pleased to welcome Don Jones, who's the city manager of Forest Park, and he is going to talk to us about what is going on in the city, some things that we could be looking for, some helpful advice, some fun and exciting things, and what's going to happen this year. And I know that they're working very diligently at the city trying to keep everything going. And he just gave us a little bit of updates on that, but he will give us a lot more information. And feel free to ask any questions in the chat or raise your hand, and we will get those at the end, either in the middle or at the end with Don. So Don, are you ready?
I'm always ready.
And I can mute myself now, because that's probably good that you guys can put mute on me now.
Well, thank you, Nancy, for the introduction. I want to thank you and the chamber for giving me the opportunity to share with you a little bit of our story. starting with an update of what we've been doing over the past year to help our residents and businesses during these challenging times. And finally, and most importantly, to take an opportunity to look forward and focus on the future. It doesn't matter whether it's 2020 or 2021 or beyond. Our story is one of a city that's evolved into a vibrant 21st century community. We're proudly diverse with an economy on the rise and a much desired quality of life. It's a story of a resilient city that focuses and refuses to back down from challenges that confront us. And most of all, it's a story of a city that celebrates our diversity, strives for equality, and understands what makes us different is our greatest strength. It seems like everywhere we look, we're encouraged to define ourselves by what divides us, our political party, our race, our religion, our gender, sexual orientation, where we were born, what language we speak, how much money we make. But not here in Forest Park, not here. In Forest Park, we've proven there's a better way. And despite all the national negativity and division, Forest Park chooses to be defined by what unites us. We do this because we know that unity, collaboration, and partnership are the keys to opening the doors of prosperity for all of us. And we do this because we know that unity, collaboration, and partnership are the rock solid foundation for which our community will not only continue to succeed, but thrive and own our future. Our future is really what we're here to talk about today. The past is written. The future is a blank page filled with endless opportunities. Together, we're shaping Forest Park into a 21st century city filled with vitality, ambition, and opportunity. Our work's never over, and truly it's just begun. Our future success depends on our ability to attract and grow talent, our ability to take advantage of sweeping technological advances coming our way, and our ability to expand opportunity for everyone. We can't predict exactly what the future holds in store for us. What we can do is put our city in the best possible position to take advantage of these advances coming our way. So we will continue to focus our efforts to ensure our citizens and our city are positioned and ready for what the future holds. We must be a city that is future ready. So that being said, let's get back to 2020. I want to apologize for all the department heads in advance who sent me all the good information, but if I put it all in this little explanation here, I'd go on for about 2 hours, and no one wants to hear somebody talk for 2 hours on a Zoom meeting, unless it's me, of course. I won't even try to explain 2020. We all lived it. Never was it so true that you just had to be there. But even in these trying times together, much was accomplished. So any discussion in 2020 obviously has to begin with the impact of COVID-19 on our operations in our city. Similar to how each of your members had to adjust their operations to address the dramatic changes facing all of us, the city itself had to reinvent itself. While at the same time, we had to continue to deliver the high quality of day-to-day services our residents and businesses have come to expect. So how did the city respond to COVID-19? Last March, our world changed. Everyone's did. The pandemic forced us, everyone, all of us, including the city, to first close and then change how we do business. For municipalities like Forest Park, we had to identify ways to maintain basic services, provide emergency services to address the impact of COVID, and indeed, we took a number of steps to accomplish these goals. I want to list a few of them here and go into them. We can always ask questions later. We entered into a shared services agreement with neighboring communities to guarantee that essential services such as police and fire, life safety, continued without interruption. For example, the police entered into a collaborative agreement with Springdale and Sharonville to share resources, including personnel, should widespread outbreaks of the virus occur within the departments. That way, we're able to make sure that all three cities were protected and the police departments were also protected. We closed our municipal buildings and facilities to the general public and adopted plans for safely reopening them over time. This took a little bit of time. We adopted modified work schedules, allowing some employees to work from home or at remote locations, to limit exposure amongst our staff. We worked with the county and state organizations to identify places for COVID testing, providing those who live and work in the community adequate opportunity to be tested. The police and fire departments assisted the county health department and the Ohio National Guard with crowd and traffic control for 5 different COVID test sites held in Forest Park. Each site accommodated several hundred cars. And despite the restrictions from COVID-19, our police and fire department assisted with numerous food and produce giveaways, back to school backpacks, supply drives, daycare and preschool visits, and holiday outreach for our senior community. We worked with our state and federal legislatures to secure money and help for residents and businesses in need. Specifically for local businesses, we helped our companies with secure funding through the payroll protection program and other CARES Act programs to help them sustain operations throughout the crisis. We created a small business relief grant to help companies that may not have been eligible for PPP or other federal programs. We provided $1,000 and $2,000 grants to dozens of entrepreneurs and small business owners. We launched a comprehensive renovation plan to improve our facilities, electronic messaging capabilities, creating more effective and reliable communications with businesses and residents alike. City Council and our commission meetings have become virtual. We created a new website and upgraded all of our electronic communication platform so that they would be ready to go into the future as COVID either goes away or we have to deal with it. The city entered into an agreement to update and improve our citywide agenda management software, which allows the clerk of council to be more effective and produce and manage agendas and provide residents and stakeholders with easier access to city information. We made substantial improvements to all of our city facilities, especially the municipal building, so that we can safely reopen and provide even better experience for those doing business with the city. Most importantly, we accomplished all of these objectives without putting additional stress on the city budget. Whenever possible, we leveraged our limited resources with outside sources of funds to guarantee the greatest possible return for each dollar of taxpayer money. For example, we secured over $1.4 million of CARES Act funding for the improvements to the city facilities, systems, and wages for first responders. We're proud of our accomplishments for 2020, and we're proud with everything we've achieved. In spite of all the difficult challenges, we continue to pursue the goals and objectives we had established for 2020. We launched a new residential development for the first single-family development of new construction in Forest Park for more than 2 decades. Rhonda Home and several other developers joined forces to open 40 acres of land for new home construction. The first phase of lots is 16 lots. They're already sold out with homes beginning at $300,000 and above. It is very successful and they plan on building more. We launched an aggressive campaign, again, leveraging state money, leveraging our money and leveraging state and federal dollars to resurface and improve more than 1.75 miles of road throughout the community, guaranteeing top-notch infrastructure as well. Our Forest Park police officers joined 2 local churches and participated in a unity walk to help work through the tough societal issues our communities faced in 2020. Our award-winning department also underwent several assessments by the Commission of Accreditation for Law Enforcement Agencies, CALEA. This international accreditation process is the gold standard for professional policing and is a long and arduous process. It takes many years to get through it. We anticipate that our department will qualify and receive full accreditation by the commission later this year, and we'll be celebrating that. Forest Park Fire Department continues to act as a recognized county resource for lost and missing persons by bringing on a search and rescue dog, Ziva, whose handler is a Forest Park firefighter, James Riley. Our Environmental Awareness Department developed and implemented the city's electric aggregation program for residents and small businesses helping both groups save significant money on their energy bills. This program also provides subsidies to help residents with home improvements, and we continue our award-winning programs to reforest Forest Park. We estimate that these important programs saved businesses and residents over $500,000 in 2020, and they'll be continued for 2021. Our city staff successfully pursued a $100,000 grant from the state of Ohio to facilitate improvements to Central Park. Many thanks to our state legislators, Senator Blessing and Representative Miranda right here in Forest Park, for their assistance in securing these funds. This was the first time that the city was granted this funding ever. So we expect to, we're very happy to receive it, and we expect to, again, continue to apply into the future so that we can continue to make improvements to our parks and to our infrastructure. Our building and public works departments continue to work with Winton School District to expedite the construction of the new high school in the heart of our community. Also, our fire department was recognized by the Board of Education for their work, and We Thrive. It's a great organization and provides a lot of benefit for our community. In 2020, there were many business investments too. The city did a lot of things, but there's also the local community. Your members continued to invest in the city of Forest Park. Even during this pandemic, local businesses invested significantly in our community, demonstrating that Forest Park remains a great option for businesses considering expansion and relocation. A $2 million office project nears completion at Carillon Park. Emeritus and Liberty Mutual are conducting a comprehensive redevelopment of the two buildings at 1876 and 1880 Waycross that together involve the retention or creation of close to 1,000 jobs. Kroger recently completed a multi-million-dollar renovation project at its Forest Park store, keeping 170 jobs in the city. La Rosa's announced plans to invest $1 million to acquire and renovate a vacant building at Civic Center Plaza, bringing 25 full-time and 20 part-time jobs to Forest Park. A major success for last year was our ability to secure a commitment from the Hamilton County Library to build a next-gen facility. This $10 million plus investment and project will create a focal point for our development efforts in and around the Northland Business District. Faction Machining and Magna Machine completed a significant expansion of their Northland area operations, collectively investing $6 million and keeping more than 300 jobs in the community. Thanks in part to the efforts of our councilperson Clark, we secured a commitment from Mortar to bring its award-winning entrepreneurial training program to Forest Park to encourage the development of minority-owned businesses in the city. As I stated in my opening remarks, unity, collaboration, and partnership are the keys to opening the doors of prosperity for all of us. All of these accomplishments were a direct result of the ability and desire of the city and its community partners to work together and achieve common goals and uncommon success. The many members of our business community, which was listed and continue, may not have even listed here, but are still active in our community: Hamilton County, Winton Woods School District, Hamilton County Library, the state of Ohio, to name a few. There's just a few of the many partners who spent their time and treasure to make Forest Park a better place. I want to thank our city partners for the past and future support. So that was last year. 2020 was a prologue for the many great things to come in 2021 and beyond. So let's get to the good stuff. Let's talk about 2021s and our goals and objectives. As we move forward, our team has put together an ambitious list of goals for the year to come, all of which are geared toward achieving the common objective of seizing control of our future and truly position our city for progress. Job one is making sure that our businesses, residents, and staff can make successful transition to a full and complete life post-COVID. We need to help all of you return to normal as quickly and safely as possible. To boost that process, we are working with county and state officials to identify and secure vaccination sites in and around Forest Park. We will continue to provide important information to residents and businesses on any and all programs to help you during this process. Be sure to check out our website and our Facebook pages for more information as it changes daily. Our community development and building departments are launching the OpenGov project. They've been working with citizens on a platform for our website, which will provide a number of advantages to residents and businesses, allowing them to apply for permits and licensing online, register a complaint, track the city's follow-up to the complaint, as well as pay fees and charges related to permits, licensing, and code enforcement, all at one place. We will focus on quality. We will focus on quality of life, neighborhood issues designed to raise property values and make Forest Park an even more desirable place to live and work. We have already implemented a foreclosure and vacant housing registration program designed to make sure these types of properties are properly maintained and do not bring down the properties around them. We'll also soon implement a rental registration program designed to protect our citizens and make sure that rental houses and units in Forest Park are properly maintained to comply with all the applicable building and health and property maintenance codes. In addition to COVID-related activities, we will continue to advance the goals and objectives identified in our strategic plan. For example, we will continue to look for ways to improve and implement our minority hiring practices. For example, our police department is working with human resources to recruit and test for new police officers. We have one vacancy right now, and we'll expect to have 2 more before the end of the year. All city departments face similar challenges and opportunities. We are committed to identify quality minority and women candidates for these positions. The police department also plans to reinstitute a student police academy. They've done it in the past. That was cut short in 2020 due to the pandemic. Hopefully, this will create a pipeline for the next generation of police officers who want to make a difference and lead to a greater understanding and mutual respect between our officers and the local youth. The city departments are looking for ways to enhance relationships with our growing Middle Eastern community. We also hope to implement new initiatives to help individuals with special needs here in Forest Park. Our police department will work with, and you may have heard it recently, they just announced that we're working with Women Helping Women and developing and implementing the Domestic Violence Enhanced Response Team, DIVERT is the acronym, in Forest Park and other areas in Hamilton County. Several of our city council members are working with the police department to secure outside funding for body-worn cameras. Our department already has in-car video cameras, but due to budget constraints in the past and currently, we've been unable to implement a full body camera system to date. Hopefully, we'll be able to do that shortly with the help of grants and outside sources. In 2021, we will continue to work with library officials to finalize plans for their impressive $10 million project and deliver a transformative development to the corner of Waycross and Sharon. We'll continue to promote redevelopment and repositioning of underperforming commercial properties and actively seek ways to cause development to occur. That is our goal for the next year. We want to cause it. We're not going to wait for it. At the beginning of this year, we engaged 2 of the leading commercial real estate brokers in Greater Cincinnati, Colliers and Jones Lang and LaSalle, to help us market city-owned properties that were acquired as part of our redevelopment initiative. Our goal is to generate revenue for the city, create new jobs for our residents, and bring much-needed services such as medical services to our community. We want to proactively, again, cause development to occur. Building on our success at securing state money for improvements to Central Park, we plan to once again leverage county, state, and federal resources to complete additional park improvements in the community and creating first-class spaces for all who live and work in Forest Park. So, in conclusion, I bet you're glad to hear that, huh? As you can see, we have a great deal on our plate for this year. Rest assured that our entire city team is working nonstop to guarantee that our community will emerge even stronger after COVID is under control. We have implemented plans to guarantee a successful transition from where we are today to where we hope to be tomorrow. For our residents, we will continue to bring services here that help you recover from the challenges of this pandemic, from testing and vaccination to financial and health services. We will continue to work with county and state officials to secure resources you need to protect you and your family. The City of Forest Park will continue to be a reliable partner and strong advocate for our business community as well. As demonstrated by our record of achievement in 2020, we are clearly open for business. If your company is considering expansion or relocation, we're ready, willing, and able to help. Finally, we will continue, even in today's challenging world, to strengthen Forest Park as a great place to live and work. Yes, we can overcome the challenges of this pandemic. However, working together, we can do exactly that. Let's continue working together to raise the quality of life for all. As we said at the top of the program, no one knows for sure what the future holds. All we can do is put ourselves and our city in the best position possible to be future ready. I have confidence in our community that we will thrive in the future because all the people who care for and work hard for this community and will move it forward. I'd like to thank our mayor, Charles Johnson, and our city council members for their leadership and unwavering commitment to our city and to our employees and to our citizens. Councilmember Denise Holt, Councilmember Dr. Rosalind Moore, Councilmember Diana Herbie, Councilmember Chelsea Clark, Councilmember Aaron Brown, and Councilmember Reginald Sylvester, and all the members of our city family. There's no better team in any city. From the bottom of my heart, it's an honor to work alongside all of you every day to serve our residents. And to our residents, thank you for your passion, your ambition, and your love for our city. Everything our city is and will be is because of you. You all play an important role in creating our City of Forest Park story. For these reasons, we can proudly declare that the state of the City of Forest Park is strong, unified, and ready for the future. Thank you. And I'll take all kinds of good questions. Put a period on it. Wake up.
Let's see. So now I'm looking at does anybody have anything? I don't see the chat on my screen.
Nancy, I don't think there's a chat function enabled.
Okay. I thought that there was some kind of that we could raise your hand, but I don't see where anybody can raise their hand. So you can just unmute yourself and wave if you've got a question.
You can do that under reactions.
Gotcha.
And we want lots of thumbs up and lots of smiley faces.
I gave you a thumbs up. Well, I can start off with a question on something that you said, I think. And forgive me if I missed where this is going, but the public library that is over the Forest Park branch, are they staying where they are with that renovation, or are they going to be are they acquiring property, or how are they? Do you know? Did they make a decision yet?
We're in the middle of discussions with the library. We're hoping to relocate them on a piece of property catty corner to that, which is on the Sharon and I guess Waycross there. Or is it Waycross? Yeah, I see Chris shaking his head. Anyway, it's city-owned property, and it's about 10, 14 acres there. And we look at this library because it's one of the larger ones. I think, and I'm going to be wrong on this, but I think there's only 3 that they're building of this size in the county. So it's one of their more regional size libraries. Besides the large one downtown, this is the second largest size. So this is going to be again a $10 million project for them. And we want to use this as a transformative development anchor to spread out, act as a place where a destination, and then move out away from that and create an area that would be highly desirable to live, work, and play. And so right now the plans are that they will relocate somewhere in that general vicinity. If not there, we have other city-owned property as well that we'll be glad to locate them on. But they're in the planning process to see if that site works for them. but it's been they're very excited about working with us, and we're very excited about working with them. And we hope that that site's a perfect location because it's big enough that we can do a lot of good things there. And it'll also just reinvigorate that whole area. And again, act as a catalyst for development in that region. The old library, that's probably the next follow-up question. The city hopes to acquire it. And as part of this transaction or as part of this development. And the city will, currently the objective would be to turn that into some sort of a minority business incubator, provide workspace and makerspace for our community. And again, we mentioned mentor or meter. Shoot, Paul, help me here. I forget the name. Mortar.
Mortar.
Yes. Getting my M's mixed up, but Mortar is a nationally known and respected provider of minority business development programming and help, and we're bringing them to Forest Park, and we would love to showcase them at a location that would include the old library building. The building's fine in terms of structural soundness, but it just doesn't cut it for what the library wants to do in the future.
Right. That's why I thought it's pretty it's pretty tight in there. It's for what I think that they're. I mean, if you haven't seen a lot of the libraries plans for their master plan, there is a lot of work that they've got on their website. They do have some really good things that they can bring to a community, and I think we are ready to open arms with some of the things that they could do if they're going to be building something like that. The makerspace, and that I think that would be helpful for all of our businesses too, to be able to know that and to know the resources that you can use with them, especially some of the smaller businesses. And that is one topic that we've talked about too, is bringing to everybody on what the library can do for your small businesses and how they can help you, how you can utilize some of that. So
they're a great asset for any community. This is going to be, if you go out to their website and you look at some of their plans, this will be the largest one they're going to build, except for the downtown library. So it does take up some space. And but again, it's an opportunity for the city to have an anchor in an area and develop the area around it. But we've listened to, and Paul has been a great advocate for the chamber and for business as well. But we've listened to the folks, and we see the need here for these types of spaces. And we'll be partnered. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel, but our desire is to bring in best of class people who know what they're doing, that can provide the planning and the programming in our facilities. And we're going to be a conduit for those things and provide a location for them to happen. And we plan on not only on partnering with HCDC, which you talked about earlier, about maybe bringing them in next month or next meeting to talk about what they can do. And again, they're best of class here in the county. And we hope to partner with all the resources that we can, because again, our success is how we partner with not only outside entities, but with our businesses and everyone else. So we look forward to bringing that type of a solution here for our businesses.
Great. Anybody else have anything that they're itching to ask? I'm always good for a question or two, so go ahead, Don.
A couple things. On the minority incubator, or HCDC, we'd be glad to donate furnishings, help with interior design, and also offer our space. I know we did to HCDC before the pandemic. We were going to host some events out at Enriching Spaces in our studio. So it's a great place for meetings, brainstorming, that kind of thing. The other, so that's exciting to me that we have that coming potential of, is it called Motors? What did you call it?
Mortar.
Mortar?
M-O-R-T-E-R. I think that's how you spell it.
Okay. And then just to update a couple things, I think, Chris, I just sent you probably a jumble of information about our landscaping initiative at Enriching Spaces, and wondering if there's protocol. We're really looking at returning to more sustainable landscaping, getting rid of grass, more native plantings, extending our walking path. But I didn't know if I had to give restrictions to my landscaping company. So I don't know who's the right person. I'm putting it out there.
No, you sent it to the right person. I'm still taking a look at it, but in general, if it's not something that's like coordinated along with a building project, then you can do what you like.
Okay. It'll be lovely, I promise.
I'm sure. I have no doubt.
All right, and you know, that's also a part of. We're very engaged in Cincinnati 2030 district now as a partner and a member, and I think Forest Park is to some degree as well. But being more mindful about our water usage, so it's definitely our landscaping, getting rid of grass and irrigating in a more mindful way will make a difference in how we use the water and how we think about water. And also then getting rid of grass gets rid of mowing and the gas that it takes to mow and the gas that it takes to blow. And this year with my landscaping company, I said, I'll renew my contract if you take all the lawn mowing out, which was the majority of it. I said, but I'll spend it in new plantings and a new sustainable kind of landscaping with you. So I would just like to continue that exploration of how not only with our Platinum Well Building certification, we're now going for the HSR. It's called the Health Safety Rating, which should be fairly easy for us. You'll probably see a lot of, there's some celebrity play on it now, J-Lo, and they're doing a massive launch. So we hope to have that rating as well, and want to keep tying back to our relationship with the community. And I look forward to maybe hosting some informational tours and presentations a little bit down the road. We're starting to do that outside of my community, so I want to make sure I'm not overlooking our opportunities together. So,
Yeah, just to add on to that, your consultant for the Well Communities Initiative,
Yasha Og.
yeah.
Mhm.
We have a call scheduled for tomorrow, just to kind of catch up on that. So
Great.
Well
Yeah,
timed.
Yasha and I have been speaking to a number of groups. It's just the interest is growing, which is terrific. And of course, COVID provided, unfortunately, an opportunity for us to really talk about well building and sick building syndromes and how we can improve all those features from air to water to just the quality of life in the working environment. So, and we're glad to share that information abundantly.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I think that's.
Is there somebody in the city who's designated for the Cincinnati 2030 district, or is that what you're going to talk to Yasha about that too? He's very active and
Yeah,
that.
about both, right?
Super.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited for this new year. Hopefully we'll be able to have more actual tours. We're very masked up over at Enriching Spaces, but we're trying to translate by doing a lot of virtual tours and presentations, and always talk very favorably about our community.
Great.
It's a
Yes,
great place to be.
Yeah. And we appreciate it. And we know you're definitely a go-to person for that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
well, the move is going to be back to the natural surroundings, and Forest Park has that.
Mhm.
It's in our name.
It is. I always say I live in a forest. So,
Oh, well,
no,
great.
Katie, thank
And
you
Don,
for
we'll work, you and I can work together. Maybe we can hopefully do something as the spring comes up. I know we had talked about trying to get all of us, some of your information out to everybody on what the process that you went through.
Sure.
Your certification and everything. So
We're really passionate about it. It's an exciting time.
and if you can give Don a call, because he and I both need new office chairs too. So the brick and mortar stuff, we need to talk about that.
So somebody's been working with you from our office, I think. Haven't they? I think.
So let's
Thank
see.
you
Does
very much.
anyone have any other questions or concerns with? I think one of the other exciting things that will be happening, and we've been trying to get with the school district, but COVID has caused so many different issues with them. Do you know an update on the schools and where? Do you have anything on that? Does anybody on the building projects and where they are?
I can be a little, I haven't talked to Rafik today, but he says everything's on time and on schedule. So I believe and I'll defer this to maybe Alfie or Jermaine, but I believe they're going to try and open after spring break this year, the high school, which would be, I think, April, I think is the timeline. So they're on schedule according to our building department. And, quite an undertaking if you watch it, go from foundation to where it's at today. So yes, they should be in the building apparently in April.
Such an exciting time for us as a community. I think once the new school buildings will just make a huge impact on education and when they presented to us how many years ago, I thought that the plan for the new high school is so unique, and I think it will pay off in the long run. Let's hope that we have first class, everything is there. Will be there. So
Yeah, I don't know if they're, obviously they go back and forth between virtual and mixed, and so hopefully eventually they'll be able to have everyone there every day. But I'm sure that's still a real fluid situation for the schools, and I wouldn't want to speak to them because every time I do, it changes. So I would say go to the Whitman School District's website if you have some kids involved, and make sure that keep up on what they're doing. But the building itself will be ready. It's just hopefully they'll be able to fill it up with the kids.
And to that end, with the Forest Park Chamber, we've had a great success with scholarships for them. The Forest Park Chamber has a golf outing in the summer, and I'm working on getting that scheduled again. We were able to have it towards the end of the summer this year, but hopefully we'll be back in our normal time in July. And that is that fundraiser is for our scholarships, which we give to students at the Winton Woods who usually are entering some non-traditional type of school. So that's the unique part about our scholarship from the chamber, is that it is geared to someone who is not going to a 4-year in their top of their class, and they've got scholarship offers for everybody. It's usually used for someone who's entering a trade school or or entering the workforce, or some type of work that they're going to be doing in the community. So a little bit more geared towards working in Forest Park than moving away. We need to get some of those testimonials back, some of those kids that we've had over the years that have done that, and have them come back. But we always have some good, we usually give it away at the golf outing. We give away the scholarships, and it's usually a great thing for those kids that get it, because it's usually the only scholarship that they get, or one or two that they've gotten, which really makes it makes it's a great story. And, we usually have a great story. So we thank the businesses for supporting that over the years. And, everybody who turns in their dues and gives us an additional amount of money for those scholarships and participates in the golf outing. It's a great partnership that we have with Wood. So.
And I would say the good news this year, this is Rick Steens, is that, we've gotten a lot of businesses when they do renew have more than usual have given towards the scholarship this year. So we're excited to see that hopefully that can allow us to do even bigger and better things and be able to award more scholarship.
All right. Well, any other questions that we got? Don, he's on the seat. Anybody got anything good for him? He's happy to answer any questions that we have.
I got enough people there, it looks like, from our staff that can help
That's
answer.
right.
Excuse me.
So vaccination sites, Jermaine, I'm going to say you, because I knew you knew a little bit about this. Vaccination sites that we had one, and it was very successful. I think that you can take that away. You can talk a little bit about that.
Okay, sure. Chief Jones, he was the primary contact for the vaccinations through Hamilton County Public Health. But I think we were scheduled to do 500. We wound up doing 498. And we're still waiting to see when the next dates are for the next age group. But they have all the information on Hamilton County Public Health's website. And I think Walgreens is doing them now. Meyer's doing them. I believe our Kroger has them as well. So more opportunities are popping up for you to get those sites. If you go to a Walgreens or a Meijer per se, they're going to ask for your insurance information. Hamilton County Public Health, we're hearing different things. Some sites are asking for your insurance information, some aren't. They say if you don't have insurance information, they're not going to charge your insurance. So that's where we are.
And our firefighters, you look pretty good right now. I'm looking at you, and I know
Okay.
you put it on Facebook, so I can. This is public. I'm not going to put Alfie on the spot because we let you talk. But you did get your vaccines, right? Our fire department.
Right. Alfie pinched my arm and he shoved it in my shoulder. But yeah, it was my symptoms weren't that bad. Like after the second vaccination, as a group, they were all across the board. Night sweats. One of our guys was down for, he said, like 36 hours. My only complaints were a mild headache and just feeling like like your body was fighting something, but I never really got sick, didn't vomit. It was gone by, I want to say 48 hours. So I got lucky.
Yeah.
The medicine got trapped in my love handles, I'm sure. Had to fight through.
I'm going to blame, if I get the vaccine, I'm going to blame all my COVID 25 is all on that vaccine. That's what I'm calling that COVID 25 vaccine 25. I'm not.
Actually, follow up on that just a little bit. We I think I'm remiss in leaving someone out. I want to thank Chip and Waycross and everything they do. They were really instrumental in helping us through this COVID issues with the city council meetings, hosting. They were hosting all of our Zoom meetings. They are a communication channel that we take advantage of, and probably not enough, but they're always there for us to help. So I want to thank them for everything they've done through this entire time frame. But also, I want to give them a little plug. They've got following up on what Jermaine said. And Jermaine and one of our firefighters and his wife, who's a doctor, did a video, about an hour-long video, I think. Jermaine's smiling a little bit. But It's an excellent video. I'm going to say and plug it. If anybody in your group or anybody out there that sees this wants to get some good information from someone who really is on the, knowledgeable at ground level with the vaccine, take the time to go to Waycross, find that video, and it's on. I think it's on their YouTube channel. It's also probably it's still showing on their TV. But find that video and get your questions answered. And it's a public service because we have to get as many people vaccinated. And if you've got a question or concern, it's coming from the a real person who really knows. And so I want to thank Waycross for doing that and for being there for us and today for doing this today as well.
Yeah, the doctor involved, Terry Moncrief, she's an allergist from the Dayton area. She was on one of the advisory boards that oversaw the creation of the vaccine. So she was a tremendous resource. And I smiled because that was actually Chief Jones that was in that video. I was like behind the scenes with Dana.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking to myself, if he mistake me for Alfie, then that means I'm looking good.
Yes, Waycross is, and I believe that we've acknowledged Waycross a few times as our member of the year. We should probably make them our member of the year every year because they do so much for us. And we probably could never get a microphone to work when we're in the senior center if it wasn't for Chip and everybody that's there. So they help us tremendously. And today was no different. So he set up everything for us to get on Zoom and recording and live streaming and everything. So they are stellar and wonderful group that we have. So thank you very much. We can't see you, Chip, so you're blushing now. You turned off your camera. Rick, do you have anything else that you want us to? Oh, there he is.
Sorry, I had to mute the thing so it doesn't feed back. But yes, thank you. We enjoy what we do, and hopefully we're making an impact.
And Nancy, this is Rick. You called on me. Also, I think we talked last time. We just mentioned scholarships. We need to get those out to the schools soon, right? So we need to make sure anyone that can help us make that connection with the schools and really publicize that. I mean, it's free money, so and we're looking to give it away. So we need to make sure that we have a lot of applicants, especially in this time, that we can help everyone out.
Yes, we've got the applications. I think we've got to finalize those, and it'll be ready for the schools when they are in person and also virtual. They'll be submitting them online. So if anybody knows anybody that's there or has a child in school at Winton Woods or anything that's graduating, we would be happy to send you some applications, and they'll be on our website too. So I think unless we have anything else from anybody, Paul or Chris or Andy, you got anything for us? Andy's shaking his head like he doesn't want to say anything. I think I'm calling on him. Alfie, I've been nice to you. I've been calling on Jermaine.
I mean, everything's good here. I mean, on the HR side of things, we're getting ready to, we've got a few resignations and we're hiring up to 3 cops. So it's going a little more HR than I was wanting to do this time of year, but yeah, that's where we're at.
Well, good. Well, thank you very much, Don. We appreciate you being here and all of your department heads and everybody who joined us and provided some of your information too and helped you out, but you did wonderful. Thank you for all the information. We appreciate it. We appreciate everything you do for us for the city, and anything that we all can do for any of your businesses, please let us know. And I think we'll I think this will all be, Don's talk will be on Waycross. They'll send us the link, and usually we post it on our website as well. If we're able to do that with the Zoom link. But we used to have lovely pictures of all of us on camera. So thanks, Chip. And we will have information out there. There was a lot of information on the emails that go out. We put out some things that the Small Business Association is doing, some things that Workers' Comp is presenting for us. Hunter has some safety information, some webinars. EPA has some webinars that I posted on there. So feel free to link on to any of those. I'm trying to get as much out to everybody. Sometimes it gets a little jumbled on what days and times everybody's having something, but I'm trying to post those and trying to get some of that information out to everybody so that if you can hop on and get some of your continuing ed and get some of your safety stuff, protocols off if you have anything with Hunter. And don't forget to take advantage of some of our partner discounts that we have, especially if you're looking for healthcare. Anthem, the Blue Cross Chamber deal is pretty good. We've got a Chamber Energy Alliance partnership that, it's easy if you want to look at that for your house or for your business, you can take a look at that. And just, the SACA benefits that we offer are all listed on our website. They'll be listed with your membership certificates too. Feel free to take advantage of any of those and see if anybody can give you some quotes that should help with some of the funding that we have, some issues in 2021, trying to keep your costs down too. So any questions you have on that, please let me know. And we will, I know we're back on March the 9th. We'll have the HCDC. If we get anything else scheduled in between, we will send that out as well and get more information out as is needed. So mark your calendars down right now for March 9th though with HCDC. Okay. So everybody have a wonderful day. Stay safe and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.